everybody. Michael Dorfman here from San Miguel de Allende, and this is a message mostly for San Miguelenses. As I mentioned before in my last video, I listen to pretty much every evening and every morning to the press conferences. In the evening, there's the press conferences with Dr. Gattel, and he talks about what's happening with the coronavirus. It's always updates. Well, anyway, yesterday, Mexico entered its phase 3 of the coronavirus. What does that mean? Well, it means mostly what's happening with regards to the hospitals. There's going to be an upsurge of the amount of cases as well as deaths from the disease, and the hospitals need to be ready with enough beds, proper equipment, and that's what the main reason for phase 3 is. They're expecting the peak to be reached between the 8th and 10th of May. And as far as we're concerned, things pretty much are the same. We're expected to continue staying at home, except if we need to go out, then we can, and also to maintain the distance between us and other people, just as we have been doing. As far as some of the changes in the areas where there are more cases and more deaths, like especially Mexico City, they already eliminated, I think 34 stations from the metro are now being closed, and also limiting the traffic, the circulation of buses and also taxis. So that's what basically was happening. Phase 3 is, for us, it's pretty much the same. And that's what we have to make sure we're doing. They're planning to start opening up the municipios, the areas, municipal areas, little by little, starting May 17th. And that will depend on which areas have been, have fewer cases, fewer deaths. They are the ones that will be opening up sooner. And then as areas in Mexico start, having less cases, less deaths, then they will open up as well. So that's basically the difference between phase 2 and phase 3. I just want to remind everybody, and I'm sure most of us already know this, is the importance of having the strong immune system. And that's what we have to focus on, because as we know, 80% of the people that do get COVID-19 get either mild symptoms or no symptoms at all. And we want to be in that 80%. We do not want to be in the 20%. So it's really up to us to make sure that we do everything we can to maintain a strong immune system. I was remembering back when I was a kid, I remember we used to get the measles, mumps, and chickenpox. It was part of our childhood. It was important to get them because once you got them, you became immune to them. And it's COVID-19 is, you want to make sure that you're immune, even if you get it, that it won't be a serious case. So that's why it's important to remember that, a lot of whole plant-based foods and little processed foods. I think that when I was a child in the 50s, late 40s and 50s, I think that we ate healthier then. Even though we had meat, I ate meat. My father was a butcher. My brother was a butcher. I had two uncles that were butchers, so we used to eat meat every day. But they didn't have the factory farms that they have today. Plus, they didn't have all the processed foods that we have today. The only processed food I remember that we used to eat was Cracker Jacks. We used to actually get it because there was always a prize inside. But anyway, that's beside the point. But just a reminder, let's be healthy and let's avoid this, stress as much as we can, and get out and do some exercise. Even if it's just a half hour, just walk around. There's not too many people on the street now, but it's important to do that. So anyway, that's basically what I wanted to do. I wanted to give that update, what's going on, because a lot of us who are listening to this or watching this don't understand Spanish. So that's why I'm sort of giving an update in English of what I've been hearing on the during the press conferences. So anyway, hope you all are well and enjoying your time at home. And as soon as there's another update, I'll get back. Okay, have a great day. Bye.